All right, guys, I wanted to stop for a second from doing my exercises, my physical exercises, to stop and do a mental exercise. One thing I think about is that we are in a simulation. The whole universe is just a big video game. It's a big game of Sims. And how do I know that? Well, for one, I don't know for sure, but I'm willing to put money on it. I'm willing to bet, because think about it. Your brain is like a computer, right? So your brain fires off these like brain synapses, right? And that is your computer code in your brain. Your brain's the software and your body's the hardware. That's your computer code firing off, telling other parts of your body what to think, do, and say, and all that stuff, right? All the five senses. Well, while it's firing off, you also have memories, and that is just computer files opening and closing. And you have different drives, in your brain, like you have a C and a D drive on your computer. Well, same way with your brain. Different parts of your brain work different parts and have different memories and shit like that. So, and we talk about how we're programmed this way. I'm programmed this way. I'm wired this way. I'm wired to be angry. I'm wired to be happy. I'm wired to be depressed. I'm wired to this or that or whatever. We always talk about I'm programmed or I'm wired to be that way. And no one really ever taught us to talk like that. We just do. It's innate. So I think that is our conscious knowing or subconscious knowing of what we really are. We were programmed. I believe that we were created. Now, some people say we were created by the universe. Some people say we were created by God, whatever. I think that we were created, I can't help but think, like, maybe not God in like the Christian or Muslim or whatever aspect, the way they think of it. I don't think of like an old man in a robe with sandals in the sky judging people and shit. No, I think it's just more of a collective consciousness. But anyways, I think that there's, science will say, well, there was the Big Bang and then the gases, and then the gases formed into clusters, which formed into planets, and then we started getting animals and plants and everything evolved and blah, blah. And part of that's true. But I don't also subscribe to the theory that we were some amoeba, tadpole, fish, frog, squirrel, monkey, human evolutionary path. I don't think that was the case. I think we were kind of created and just put here. By who? Again, the creator. Who's the creator? The universe, God? I don't really fucking know, but that's a tough one. I'll never know that one. But, I also think, if you think about it, your brain, all those synapses, if you actually had like a map imaging, if you ever see like all the little receptors and those little tubes that go to all the receptors, like I don't have a medical degree, so I know I'm not using the right words, but that all tie into all the different receptors and stuff. What does that look like? It looks like, stars and clusters of stars that make galaxies and the whole universe and stuff. And so, I also think of every time a brain receptor fires off, that is, like each brain receptor is like a star, right? It represents like a star. And when they fire off, it's like a supernova going off in your head, right? Maybe not the same as like a solar supernova, because that's a big, huge entity, and we're talking about just one tiny, itty bitty, microscopic entity in your head. But as above, so below. So with the universe, so within. You know, also with the whole like, you know, created in God's image and shit, all that stuff. You know, I think God is the universe and we are created in its image. And, you know, like I said, our brain is a mirror of the universe, but on a much tinier scale. If you ever look at the color of your eyes, like I can't get close enough where you can see it in the video, but like I have hazel eyes. So it's like yellow, orange, green, brown, right? And it goes out in colors like that. But when you look at the color of your eyes, or just your eyes in general, you have your pupil. It's a dark hole. You could, you know, say that's like a black hole in the center of a galaxy. And then the colors and the expansions kind of look like if you ever seen a picture of a galaxy from a distance, how it have the different colors of the gases that spread throughout the, I know I'm starting to get weird hippie foo-fa on people, but I truly believe this. Like, and I think it makes sense, and that's what feels right to my soul. So it's what I've always believed since I was little, and no one had to teach me this. This was just shit that was innate in me, right? I never thought like, oh, well, you know, God is the universe, because if God's all-knowing and all-powerful and all-seeing, what can be more all-powerful, all-knowing and all-seeing than the entire universe, from every subatomic particle to the entire universe? Like, you know, how do you get more all-knowing, all-seeing, all-powerful than that? But yeah, I think that's how you know that this whole thing. And I also think that thoughts are like Wi-Fi, right? You just have these like bands of electricity and information that come and go and come and go. And I think that thoughts kind of, you ever figured, like wondered, like, why does a thought just go into your head? And you just think to yourself, like, where did that thought come from? Well, like, okay, I'm gonna say all this shit that I'm saying right now, right? It's going and reverberating through the universe. And, you know, as it goes on, it gets fainter and fainter, but it doesn't ever really disappear. So everyone's thoughts, everyone's words, everything we do is a reverberation that goes throughout the universe. And maybe you're just picking up on somebody else's thoughts from on the other side of the universe that after trillions or quadrillions of years finally just kind of whoop and got downloaded into your computer. You know, why are some things just innate? I think that's why. I think thoughts and words are you know, that, and I think our brain's just like this antenna that collects this Wi-Fi data, you know, knowledge, whatever. Yeah, it's crazy shit when you really stop and think about it. And if you ever do like psychedelics and think about that, it's gonna blow your goddamn mind. But you know, I don't think we're robots, like in the sense like how we build robots, but I think we, you know, we're the creators of robots. So if like God's the creator of us, right? And they say God created the heavens and the earth, and you know, on the first day he created the heavens and the earth, right? Second day he created water and whatever. I can't remember what all the shit he created on each day and whatever. But anyways, they say he created them in a day. Well, I also don't think a day as in the way that we think of a day. I think a day to God or the universe is like an eon. It's this vast amount of time that we really can't comprehend. You know, I can't remember how long an eon's technically, and they could be wrong about this too, but I think an eon's like every 12,000 years or some shit like that. But you know, it could be every 120,000 years. I don't really know, but it's a vast amount of time in one day. Is what, you know, I think what would be considered a day to God. Because think about how fast we're creating AI and quantum computing and robotics and you know, all that stuff, and how fast we're creating this stuff. and we're creating something that's essentially going to be stronger, smarter, faster than us and all that stuff, like leap years. And it's happening so fast to what it's going to be able to do all that stuff in a day to us. And I think that's kind of like what the universe does. It creates things, and it creates things faster and better and easier and cheaper, and just grind. And I think we are now becoming the creators, the gods to these beings that we're creating. We're essentially creating something smarter, stronger, richer, all that stuff than us. We're creating our replacements. And maybe that's what we did. Maybe we created the replacement to our gods and we didn't need them anymore. And so they just kind of fizzled out. I really think that's probably the case to me. I think, I have this saying to my kids, no matter what you do, give me 1 year, I'll make you good. 2 years, I'll make you great. 3 years, I'll make you the best. 4 years, I'll make it to where you never need me again. Well, if I'm doing that for my kids, and God or Jesus, the Holy Spirit, whatever, the universe, all that shit, thinks of us as his children, why wouldn't he think the same way about us? And he's like, you know what? Give me 1 eon, I'll make you good. 2 eons, I'll make you great. 3 eons, I'll make you the best. 4 eons, I'll make it to where you never need me again. That kind of shit. So, I don't know. That's just my theory, my philosophy, how I feel about things. Some people may feel a completely different other way. I don't know. But, if you think something else, you think something different, that's cool, but you're wrong, and I hate you. All right. Anyways, guys, next video, I'm gonna go do some skull crushers. So, subscribe, share, comment, like. Let's get to work.